Okay, so we have what you call flag patterns, and flag patterns are patterns that we use to trade. And just like head and shoulders, we can actually enter and find more profitable trades using head and shoulders patterns. Okay, so we know that the market doesn't move in one direction, but it goes up and it goes down and it moves sideways, right? So now what you have to know is when the market is moving, it gives you certain types of patterns. Uh, Remember last time we talked about head and shoulders. It gives you head and shoulders, and it also the person who's writing on the screen, please don't do that. Please don't write on the screen. So as I was saying, last time we talked about head and shoulders patterns, whereby we have a left shoulder, a right shoulder, and a head. And this point right here is a small time support, and we call it the neckline. And the way we enter these trades are we wait for it to break, come for a pullback, and then we sell, or we enter the time it breaks your neck. Okay, now so let me do this. So a flag basically is a pattern that looks like this on your chart. You are in an uptrend market, and a flag that you get in an uptrend market faces down. It leaves a high and a low, and it continues going up. So it's basically going to look like this, and then it goes up. So we can actually draw trend lines. A flag that is produced on an uptrend market faces down, and a flag that is produced on a downtrend market faces up, and then it falls. Now I want you to know this. I want you to get this clearly. We are going to be working like so. Okay, hold on guys, hold like that, 2 minutes. Okay, I was having some challenges here. I managed to fix them, so we can continue. So as I was saying, a flag that is going on an uptrend faces down and then continues to go up. And a flag that is produced on a downtrend faces up and then it continues to go down. Now, this is the way that we are going to mark flags. Let me show you on the actual charts. Let me do this so that I can access my screen share. Let me share my desktop. Where are you? Okay, here. So I'm actually going to open one of the charts. I'm actually going to start scaling for them. Now, as you can see, this was my analysis that I was doing on my chart. So let me delete everything that I did here. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Sorry once again. Now, so as you can see here, we are in a downtrending market. And as we are in a downtrending market, we discover that we get a flag. And the way that we mark a flag is this way. You come, you take your trend line, you mark, you come, you take another trend line, you mark. Now, a flag has what we call a flag pole, meaning that when you come here and take a point from your previous high, like this becomes your pole. And you take profit for this flag that you see here. You take that pole, come and put it here, and you have to wait for your trade to run until it ends the length of this pole. Right. Remember what I said. I said a flag that you see on a downtrending market faces up. Now, let's look for a flag that we see on an uptrending market. Let me do this. Let's try to get a flag. It's not like I have to get them every time. Okay, let me do this. This is another flag that is on a downtrending market here. You come, you do this. You come, you do this. Let's mark it this way. Let's mark it this way. This is now a flag and we're in a downtrending market. Remember what we said. We have what you call a flag pole. You put your flag pole like this from this point to this point. Then you take it again. Where is it? Little challenge faced there. And then there it is. Now let's do this again. You get another flag on a downtrending market. Here it is. Another flag here. Another flag here. Now we are able to identify what a flag is and how to mark a flag. Now I want to tell you how you enter this flag. We are going to be dealing on an uptrending flag soon, don't worry. So what you actually want to do is you enter this trade here. And sorry, something happened when I zoomed in there. Okay, here's our flag. So let me do this. Let me extend it. Let me extend it here again also. So what you actually want to do is when you break this trend line here, that's when you actually want to enter a sell. Now let me zoom in again a bit. Let me zoom again so that we can get a clearer picture. As you can see, price was respecting my trend line. It came, it bounced, went up, came, bounced, went up, came, bounced, went up. But when breaking a flag, see the behavior of this bearish candlestick. It comes, it breaks, price closes below the trend line, retest, and then it falls. right? When I properly mark this, you are actually going to see that the price never came back up, but it actually went down. Okay, now let's try to get another flag. Let's try to get another flag, and let's see if we can get another flag here. I think we've exhausted all flags from the peak. We are going to be learning about peak trading soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't be confused when I say peak. Now we have another flag here. This is a flag here. When you come, you mark like this. You take your trend line. When you come again, you mark like this. You take your trend line here, like this. So this point, this trend line touched here, 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 and I want you to see the behavior of this flag when it broke. Let me zoom out again. I think I lost that point, but otherwise, don't worry. I see another flag. Maybe we'll meet it as we go. Let's do this again. This was acting as your support, support, support. The moment that it breaks this point, the moment that the price closes below here, let's see. I'm very sorry, there are some other guys who are sending me text messages from our group. Okay, thank you. Done. So what you actually do is you come, you wait for your trend to get broken, like here. Whenever you see your price consolidating on your trend line, it means that there's some activity that's about to happen. Remember yesterday when we were talking about what? We were talking about candlesticks. When you consolidate, we talked about candlesticks, trend lines, and resistance lines. When you see yourself consolidating on your trend line like this, then you have to start suspecting. This is a very suspicious behavior that is done or produced by charts, which actually means or tells you that I'm about to break a trend line. So here it broke our flag and then it fell. Right. So we can see very many flags here. There are many flags. Now let's try to catch flags from an uptrending market, and let's see if we can actually get them. Because this was a very strong ground trend, as you can see, and now let's try to get flags from an uptrending market. I mean, why are these flags only showing downtrending flags? Why is it never showing us uptrending? Okay, so let me switch on to a larger time frame. Maybe we can actually get something here. Okay, now this is a flag from an uptrending market. As you can see, I have switched on to my 1 hour time frame so that I can clearly see. This is a flag, guys. This is a flag here. And as you can see, price was ranging in this area and then it broke to the upside. Now let me find another flag. This is a 1 hour chart to remind you. So this move from here to here will make you money, guys. So let's try to find another flag. There is another flag here. It's just that I'm zoomed on a 1 hour chart time frame. Okay, for you guys who might say, this person is teaching us a series. Let me move on to the 15-minute time frame that we were using. I actually wanted to use the 1 hour because when using the 1 hour, I can clearly spot. So this is an uptrending market. This is a flag. Let me mark my flag and then zoom in and show you. This is a flag here. This is another flag. This is a flag here, and this is the trend line that we use to mark. And let me zoom in a bit. So remember what I said, when you are in an uptrending market, your flag faces down. So price came, played within the trend, played within the trend, played within the trend, and then it broke to the upside. Okay, let's try to find another flag again. This is on your charts, guys. Every time that you open your charts and you try to look for something like this, you can actually get this. And this is what I'm using to give my people signals so that they can profit. This is an uptrend market. This is a flag. You can mark it like this. This is a flag again. You can mark it like this. And then your trade continues to go up, right? This is another flag on an uptrend market. Here, as you can see. And this is another flag here, as you can see. And then it continues to go up, right? A bigger flag, it goes up. So this is all you need to know about flags. You don't need to know anything fancy. Because munangonongotanga kutongokudza zvimwe zvinhu zvasingavisisi kana kuti a language or jargon that you never know. But when you use simple trading rules like this, you are always guaranteed to make profit, guys. Don't let me repeat again. Don't try to make things complicated, because the more you make things complicated, the more you confuse yourself. Okay, now let's try to do this. Now we know what a flag is, we know what a trend is, we know what support is, we know what resistance is, we know what a head and shoulders pattern is. Right, let me repeat again this one, so that we don't end up getting confused. Let me do this. Let me rub here. Just a little recap. We said I want to put all the things on one picture now so that we can get to fully understand. We said we have what we call a head and shoulders pattern. And a head and shoulders pattern is a reversal pattern, meaning that when you are coming kubva kuzasi kunoku, you get flags, right? And then you move up. This is a flag. You get flags. You get a couple of flags. When you are in an uptrend, you get a couple of them. And when that uptrend ends, you get a head and shoulders pattern. So what does that mean? That means you have been trading flags all along here. You have been trading flags all along here. And then you come and meet a head and shoulders pattern. Where do we usually find head and shoulders pattern? We find them at the peak or when the uptrend ends, meaning that we are expecting to have some sort of resistance here at the top. Sorry, let me try to draw again that precisely. This is a computer, guys, so sometimes you might not get it very correctly. So we say that's where you find heads and shoulders. This is your head, your right shoulder, your left shoulder, I mean, and your right shoulder. And now you have approached your resistance area, right? Right. Where are you coming from? You are coming from a support area. We want just to put everything on one place. And we said you break the neckline, meaning that you end another trade here when you break your neckline. Now, when you are now moving from that uptrend, since you have noted your head and shoulders pattern, that means when you are a flag trader, you are now expecting to see flags that face the upside. So you face the upside and you fall. You are expecting to be trading flags that will be facing the upside, but remember, when a flag faces up, you are basically selling. Now, let's move again. You get another flag, let's say you get another flag, a couple of flags, then you either, sometimes you might see another shoulder, head, shoulder, and then you repeat the same cycle or you go the opposite direction. Remember, we said head and shoulders pattern are a reversal pattern, which shows you that you have ended your trend and you are now going the opposite direction. Okay. musapaposhe ipapo guys, pabatisisei. Varungu vanogona kuzotiexplainira nechivheti chavo payoutube chinotivhiringa, but isusu, as long as we know that we understand these things, we can be able to make profits, guys. And trust me, we can be able to make very huge profits with this. You don't need anything very special. Hey, chikazoti, hey, chi. But with these simple basics, you can be able to trade it. And then when you just master and perfect these simple basics, you just tell yourself that now I'm okay. Now I'm okay. Chinhu chinozowanza tivhiringidza stereke ndechekuti tinge tauda kuziva zvese. Kuti wakaita mentorship nakuda here, saka wakati kwachii price action nebtmm, wakambonzwa here kuti kune chimwe strategy chinonzi chizvizvo zvinokwazi. It's better you stick to one strategy. It's better you have your own trading rules. It's better you have your own trading plan, right? Let me try to see what I'm saying here, because some guys might be saying it is plus join here page. So let me do this. Let me do this. Where is my parallel desktop? I want to show you things that are coming from my Windows 10 here. Okay, I doubt if you see my okay, you can see it. It's okay. So let me do this. Let me click again. So let's try to find the things that I've been telling you, or the things that I've been preaching about here. So this is an uptrend market. We are coming from the downside. Let's zoom in a bit. Where are you? I think Nandakuna one. We have a pattern that looks like a head and shoulders pattern here, but just because we are in H1, we can't really see the head and shoulders pattern. But when we move to M15, we can see that this is a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so let me do this. Let me try to get my shape, my rectangle, and let me do this. Let me mark it here. Switch on to my 15-minute time frame and then show you what I'm saying here, because I know a couple of you guys might get confused. Okay, this is nice. Let me do this and let me delete again. So you have your left shoulder here, you have your right shoulder here, and then you have your head here. As you can see, this is the 15-minute time frame. And then we, okay, kune vasiri kuona ndinyatsodrowa. Kana pane asiri kunzwisisa, please unouya wonyatsokubvunza nyaya yako zvakanaka mugroup kuti ina ndina kuisisa kana kuti mamhanya kumberi. I think manyanya kundenisa kumberi stereke. And this is your neckline here, right? So when you break this neckline, that's when you buy and you go to the upside. This is your head and shoulders pattern here, and a head and shoulders pattern means this is a reversal pattern. Okay, so let's do this. This is your head and shoulders pattern, as we said. Now you get a flag, you get a flag, you get a flag. You are going up. Remember, this is an uptrend. You get another flag. Why is this uptrend not ending? It must end. And then you get flags here. And then you end your uptrend market with another head and shoulders pattern. This is your shoulder, this is your shoulder, this is your head. As you can see, let me annotate again. Shoulder, this is your shoulder here, and this is your head, this is your shoulder, this is your neckline. When you break this neckline, you sell and you go to the downside. Okay, Let me delete here so that I can be able to move around. And then you continue going to the downside. As you can see, you find the flag. There's a flag here. Let me draw it correctly. You find the flag here. You find another flag. You draw another fringe here. It breaks and then you sell. Right. Let's move with the downtrend. Okay, it switches to. Let me do this a bit. Sorry, guys. With that point. With that point. Okay, this is another cycle that it ended from the uptrend that we had here from a head and shoulders pattern. We get what we call double bottoms. This is a bottom, this is a bottom. We will learn about this tomorrow. And then we continue going to the upside. We get an M. We will learn about M's. Now we are in a downtrend. As you can see, we have a flag that's facing the upward direction here. We have a flag here. It's kind of facing sideways, but then it falls. Right. So basically, this is all that you need to know, flags. And basically, this is the lesson that we had today. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the group, and I'll be happy to answer them. Kana pane asina kunzwisisa ndinokupindura. So now, yesterday I have a couple of people who cheated, and I'm going to be giving you a assignment that's very different. Some of you I'm going to give you an assignment that we did yesterday, and some of you I'm going to give you to a different page to analyze on. So that's all that I had for today, and I hope you all have a good night. If you have any questions, please ask them in the group. Good night.